Hey everybody, so last one before Christmas, I'm just going to do a lightning bolt Conehead. So just got a few bits and bobs here, shameless plug but totally worth it. These guys at Shore, fishing based overseas, have really kindly given me a few bits and pieces, and I've got to say it's magic. Lots of different materials come in great packaging, really nice, keeps them fresh. You can see all the tops up, and all the tools, to be fair, they all come in nice as well. There's some really nice materials here, fin recurring in there. I'm going to be using some of these today, and some of them not, but anyway, just wanted to show them to you. Really nice stuff. I'm really proud to be working with them. So, right, so we've got 1.8 here with a little bit of 3mm glitter tubing. Just slipped inside and obviously melted the back of that to keep it in. So I'm just going to tie onto this, using, as I standard do, 8/0 thread, which is too small, but it keeps the fly profile nice and small, which I like. So I'm just going to wrap over this little notch there. Springtime's coming, so it's a good all year round fly anyway, as I'm sure most people will know, but it's a good spring fly, some really nice colours. So the first thing I'm going to do is tie in a bit of green wire for the rear tag. So I'm just tying back towards where the inner tubing is. Just got a few turns of this in here. Let's see if I can get them to match up nice and even. Not too bad. Stick that again here. Let's brighten this up a bit so you can actually see the green here. A little bit dark, but hopefully we'll be able to see that bit. So I'm just going to tie that in there. Just come back a bit, get rid of that for the moment. See, I pulled that away a bit, haven't I? Put that back in. There we go. Right, next thing, a bit of Glo Brite. This is 12, I think. I don't know what my computer's doing, it's making noises. So I start there, and I'm going to go over the top a bit, so it's a nice smooth colour, and you get that nice vibrant green coming through. So unless you're using, I suppose, green chartreuse floss, then you'll end up seeing the black thread through there. So just tie this off here. This is a smaller tube fly, shorter body, so you don't have a huge amount of room to play with. Next, a bit of gold. So what I'm going to do here is just cut into that a little bit, just to give a nice tying point. You can see that it's triangular now, so you can tie that in. Actually, what I should do first is put the rib on. So I'm going to use the same green. Wire as the rib. Tighten that up. Now I'm going to put the gold in. Just tie that on nicely like so. I'm just going to go over onto where it drops down. I'm just going to pop a little smidgen of super glue. Can't find my very special pin. Oh, here it is. So just a little tiny bit there. Put it over the head there, and just put it just nearer the back, just to give it a bit of stability. Something to keep it from coming off. Not that I don't have every confidence, but equally, if you get a fish's teeth in there, you know, they can rip it up pretty well. So, right, so just a short body there with the gold. I'm just going to tie it over the top there, nice to secure it. Get rid of him there. And then pop a couple of turns of green wire in there for the rib. Like so. And just tie it in, keep it nice and secure right to the front there. So for this little bump here, what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of this SS dubbing here, green Highlander, really nice colour, but not too much, just a little smattering. I just like to cover that where the tubing meets there, just looks a bit neater, for me it does anyway. And I like tying hackles onto smooth sections. I'm just going to use this dubbing brush just to get a few of those bits and pieces out that are naturally going to come out anyway. It just adds a nice little bit of sparkle underneath the wings here, which is quite nice. So there. Right, next, going to add in pre-mixed woolly gun colours basically. So all your three bucktails mixed together, black, orange, yellow. So mix them all up. So I'm going to make the wing here probably just a little bit further back than the end of the tube there. So just lay them there. One turn in just to secure them, or a couple of turns just to secure their place, like so. Fan them out a bit, and then go back to the super glue. I'll try and avoid getting it all over the shop. So just a little bit on the thread there, just to add a bit of solidity to the tie-in. So I've learnt with I'm going to use super glue in just to keep the flies as secure as possible. But putting it on the thread is a lot better than blobbing it on the head, because it just forms a block on top. It doesn't actually do anything, but if you put it on the thread, it keeps it really nice and tight. So a piece of olive crystal flash I've put in there, just tie one bit in and fold it back. So that keeps that secure, and then you've got two bits on it in there. Now I'm going to tie in a badger. So this is yellow, it should be chartreuse badger, but I've just got yellow. But it seems to work, and the fish quite like it. Well, the fish like it, not that it particularly matters, but the original had chartreuse badger. But like most things, I like to put a bit of variation in there. So I'm just going to ease those feathers back, just so they all go the right way. Grab the old hackle pliers. So now I'm putting this onto a nice steady flat base as well. The head's not too big there, so when we're tying on it's nice and flat, which will keep the tie-ins nice and smooth, which I do like. Having said that, it's sort of sprayed out a bit, but I'm not really bothered. I'm not doing this for ultimate perfection, it's a fly for fishing that hopefully will catch some fish, and I'm pretty sure that the fish don't care. and I strip them back, as you know, just to make the tying point nice, so that again the tying point for the next hackle will be nice and smooth and make it easier to tie in. There we go. I don't think I've got the lighting very good on this one, so apologies for that. But hopefully it will be good enough for you to see. New toys and haven't quite figured them out yet. Right, so this is a grey hen hackle. Cock hackle, because we want to use those rather than hen hackles because they are less thick, less dense, which means you don't cover up the body of the fly. I mean, what's the point in putting a lot of work into the body of a fly if you're just going to cover it up? You want that translucency. So the fibres of this feather are quite a lot longer than the hen of the badger underneath. But that's okay. So I'm not going to do too many turns of this. So get this grey on. It might look a bit white on the screen there, just from the camera's perspective, just because of the light. But it is grey. Definitely grey. So nice turns there. Alright, so I found where I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop there, so I'm going to take my fibres off past that point. If I can. Hopefully not snapping anything. Careful doing that with hen hackles, because hen hackles fibres are a lot smoother. And you can, they're a lot thinner. And you can definitely break them a lot easier, whereas cock hackles veins are a lot thicker, so that you can be a bit more brutal with them. Let's get that back in there. Not quite getting the positioning of this that I want, so I'm just going to do that again. So a little bit of a slope on the tying head there. Hopefully that'll do. Let's tie that in. So you can put, obviously now would be the time if you want to whack some JC in there. Whack some JC in there. I'm not putting JC on these. I believe that the original did not have JC, so I'm not using it for these, which is good, because they're a pain in the butt. Right, so I'm going to finish this. I'm going to whip this. Tied all up. Rogue hair in there. There we go. Right, so I'm going to use 5mm silver. 5mm silver. Just a nice simple cone on there. For the slightly bigger versions, I've put 5.5. So I'm just going to put in a smidge of the super juice in here. Like so. Again, not too much, no need to drown it in it. Work on the cone, just hold it there for a moment or two. Let it sit where you want it to sit. I'll just leave it there for a moment. So then I'm going to cut this off, melt it back, and job's a good one. So I've tied some already, some slightly bigger ones, still plastic tubing with a cone. These will be nice, these will work, these will definitely do the job. Same size as that one. Anyway, hope you enjoy, have a great Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year.